You have a long track record of success in working with, C-suite as a C-suite executive in different companies. You've made relationships along the way. Is it the planting of the seeds along the way and you've made all these different relationships and now they're calling on you? Is it a combination of that? Is it a combination of using current day marketing methods to get in front of people, networking, getting out there, being on podcasts? How are you today getting conversations and opportunities with new clients?
Well, it's networking, which is a relationship business, which is really what business is.
Right.
And as many people know, if you're in the job and you got your head down and you work as hard as you can, you don't actually do the networking you should and develop the relationships outside of that little office that you should. So I would encourage people to do that, to pay attention to their relationships outside of the specific business that they're in, and develop that network. So then what happens is I call on that network to get other introductions. And they know me, so they make a warm introduction, which is better. Cold calling that really doesn't work so much as people might think. I'm not trying to sell, this widget that you need for your particular business. I'm trying to sell you some consulting and some advising that you may need. And if you believe you need it, I can be effective in that. So the point is that it's networking, pure and simple. Relationships take 3 to 4 years at least to build into something that might turn into a gig that pays in terms of consulting. But that's not the point. The point is that relationship along the way. The more people that know me, know where I came from and why I do what I do, can also be the ones that can help understand how can I help somebody else, either them or someone else.
Are you amazed with the changing in the landscape of networking? Because I agree that it's all about networking and making relationships with different people. The tools and the resources and the things, those have changed and they will change again, right? So somebody, it's social media. Well, it might be, that's just a tool. So people say, I need to be on Facebook or I need to be on Instagram. And that's all great. Don't get lost in the fact that those are just the tools that exist right now. While we're talking, Instagram might be going out of business. I have no idea. Nobody knows. It's a tool. And if it's working, take advantage of it. So at the same time, you've been in business. You've seen different things. Are you amazed with the changing in the landscape in networking, marketing, all that? Or do you see that it's just this common thread and just, there's some tools along the way and different, I remember my grandfather used to talk about when he joined a country club, he's from in Niagara Falls, New York, to get to the city of Buffalo to go to the country club he wanted to get to. The highway wasn't built. So it took all this time to get there. But he realized in order to be in front of these people and have conversations, he needed to join and be there. Mm-hmm. Now today, it wouldn't take him that long. But that was the tool. So then you wait 20 years, the highway's built, it's much faster to get there. So that's a tool, that's a resource, that's a way to get to somewhere. But now you come today and it's like, wow, you can be on LinkedIn and you can be messaging with C-suite executives all day long if you know how to do it, if you know how to engage them, not say, hey, I'm here to sell you a widget, right? We're over the spam. The spam doesn't work. People maybe it must work at some level because people continue to do it. My cell phone rings every day with a new spam caller. But anyway, just talking about a little bit about marketing today versus the past.
Well, I think, certain things have changed. The speed at which information flows and data can flow is incredible. I think you hit the nail on the head when you call it tools. Then that's just what they are. They're tools. They're tools as much for exposure as it is as tools for selling. In other words, I learned long ago relative to the consulting side, I think consulting is bought, not sold. If I sit down with you as a potential client, if I don't sit there and listen to you talk about what your needs are or what your frustrations are or what keeps you up at night kind of thing, to determine, hearing that for some period of time, how maybe what I can do can help and then talk about it or not it doesn't make sense to do it any other way.
Yeah.
So to say, okay, I'm on LinkedIn and we have a business page on LinkedIn, we have a website and all this, that doesn't mean that somebody knows that we're there or knows that we can help. The introduction of the networking in person-to-person relationships means that now somebody has a source to go back and see what exposure is out there for me. It's sort of like a background check, if you will, in terms of those tools. And so you need to be relevant in the relevant tools at the time, and they will change, but recognize it as not a selling tool, but as an exposure tool. And it supports and communicates who you are and how you think. And it's not just, okay, here's a picture, so, okay, I'm going to go buy that picture. It's not that cut and dried.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for you. And that's the thing, too, is like if I were to talk to you and say, we're reaching out to you to try to, hey, let's learn about your business, and maybe we have software for you. I don't know what it is. But we reach out if we have these conversations and we can, you're from Detroit. Okay, so, did you grow up a sports fan? And I think we talked earlier and you said you're a big Red Wings fan. Well, let's talk. Genuinely, of course. I could be disingenuous, but I think someone like yourself would catch on to that at some point. Like, I really don't like this guy. I don't trust him. There'd be something there that I'm not sure about. And you just like, we're going to let that one go. But if there's like real conversations, we talk about the Detroit Red Wings, we talk about growing up in Detroit, we talk about your bit. It's all there. Someone could research me. He's from Buffalo. He's a big Ohio State fan. He loves podcasting. He loves marketing. He loves this. He's whatever those types of things are. His son plays soccer. I mean, there's articles about this stuff. You can have real conversations with people. It's like you said, that's the background check. And what you do with it and how genuine you want to be with it is super important. And then if someone reaches out, is there that back and forth? Is that their true engagement? And did you catch me at the right time? I mean, so timing means a lot as well.
I'm Eric Kasimov, and for all of us here at CadSource, thank you for listening to Content Matters. If you'd like to connect, you can find me on LinkedIn or Twitter. That's it for now.